What is going on, guys? We're back here today on Showdown. I have a great video for you today, right? We're going to be doing a little discussion. We're going to be talking about the worst Pokemon in Generation 8 OU. Bam! It's Blaziken. I even got this peaceful music on in the background before I break down why this thing is so garbage. Now, this might surprise some of you. In fact, some of you might be so mad right now thinking, how dare he disrespect Blaziken? No. You probably don't know how to use Blaziken. You know me, I've been using Blaziken since 2003 when he beat the Elite Four, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Blaziken is dog shit, right? So this thing just came back to Gen 8. It came back with the Crown Tundra DLC. The Smogon OU Council decided to drop this thing back into the metagame. And now we've got to see for the last 4 or 5 days of Crown Tundra how this thing has acted in OU. And let me tell you, this thing is embarrassing. In fact, you should probably take this thing off Showdown and put it back in your cartridge of Pokemon Emerald, because you probably have more success with your Blaziken beating gym leaders than it's going to be doing on the OU ladder in 2020. Like, this thing is washed up. Blaziken, you changed. You got speed boost and you changed. But yes, in the metagame right now, this thing is not that good, and that might come as a surprise to some people, because Blaziken has always been a mon that was just so overly broken in Gen 5, 6, and 7 when it got banned for having speed boost. And so everyone expected, myself included, for when Blaziken came back that it would be so overwhelmingly broken. Now Blaziken, it might even be one of the best Pokemon. It might go down and get banned in the months to come. But I'm going to tell you right now why Blaziken, in my opinion, has no reason to be quick banned. And it's just not as good as I thought it was going to be. So with that, let's hop right into it. Before I get into that, I do want to say, guys, give this video a big like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for 80,000. Next is 100,000, so let's go do it. So, how did Blaziken fall off exactly? Guys, I know you're thinking, like, look at the set. Like, how can this guy even say Blaziken is ass when he has Speed Boost, Swords Dance, or Protect, or whatever the case is? Here's the problem with Blaziken. First off, the first move. Protect or Swords Dance, which one are you deciding? Because, brother, you are not having Swords Dance and Protect on the same set. So let's say you go with Swords Dance, right? Because Blaziken, in theory, is supposed to be the world's big, strong wall breaker. Ooh, big, scary Swords Dance, close combat, all that bullshit. Here's the problem. Who does Blaziken get a Swords Dance up on exactly? Look at this list and tell me who its Swords Dance is on exactly. I'm just trying to figure it out. Celesteela, I guess? Okay. Who exactly does my boy set up on? Who exactly, and these are just from the new guys that came back, who exactly does he scare away and set up a Swords Dance on? Even looking at these types of Pokemon, some of these defensive guys, like, even they can scare him for the most part. And so you go through a lot of these Pokemon and you start to think, like, damn, with the exception of a few bulky steel types like Ferrothorn and Skarmory, who can threaten Blaziken in their own way, Thunder Wave, Leaf Seed, Brave Bird, whatever the case is. With an exception of a few bulkier steel types, most of these things are able to check Blaziken on the 1v1. Blaziken is only scary if it comes in at +2 attack and +1 or +2 speed, which is, like, impossible. Look at this thing's stats. 80 HP and 70 defense and 70 speed. This shit is not bulky by any means. And that, I think a lot of people are starting to realize that in this very offensive metagame, which is just blown up a priority, Blaziken just does not fly. It really doesn't fly the way it used to. Like, it used to be able to bring it in Gen 5, 6, 7 OU and it get banned in 5 days because it would just shred through the metagame. And keep in mind, Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7, they all had this Landorus T and shit like that. But it's not the same as it is now. Now, this thing just has a lot more trouble sweeping. I think it's also because Blaziken just doesn't have the snowball potential it once had. People used to just be able to set up a Swords Dance with Blaziken and run through these teams. Now it doesn't work. For example, let's look at this team. First of all, Blaziken doesn't get Swords Dance opportunity versus this team. Its Swords Dance opportunity comes versus Genesect, right? That's the only chance it gets. Hippowdon lives the hit and will kill it. At +1 speed, it's still slower than Dracozolt. At +1 speed, it's still slower than Genesect. You also got to understand that this thing is actually slow as bricks with 80 base speed. If you go Adamant, you are so slow, it's not even funny. +2 Adamant cannot outspeed so much stuff. All Scarfers make this thing its bitch. Even if it's +2 Jolly, all Scarfers destroy this. Dragapult, all of them are just faster. And it's pretty embarrassing. Adamant is the slowest thing ever. You hit 518 speed, you're outsped by Regieleki and stuff like that, and it's tough. Not to mention that this thing's defenses are just not that good. In fact, it runs so much, competition from Urshifu. Look at the team I was laddering with the other day, right? The #1 team that my boy Gucci passed me. This team's #1 on the ladder. Look at this. Bulk up Urshifu. You could run a Blaziken here if you really wanted to, but what's the point? He got webs up to circumvent the lack of speed. Blaziken getting that speed boost doesn't matter. Even my team playing a Blaziken, it's like, okay, shit. Like, I'm not that scared, right? Blaziken, first of all, Blaziken cannot set up on a single member of this team, right? So even if it kills someone, I just go Landorus after and hope Rocks ain't up. Now, in theory, that shit could Flare Blitz and light up my whole team, but it's probably not going to happen. The reason being is because I just sack 2 Pokemon and then kill him with Sucker Punch. That's the thing. And if the other guys have set up before then that Blaziken's not beating me. Urshifu, on the other hand, has the bulk to be able to set up bulk up and basically stick around. With the priority Sucker Punch as well, it can kind of circumvent the need for any speed, which is why I think Urshifu is like on the same level as that shit, if not even better. Plus, you got assholes running stuff like defensive Moltres right now, and no one's running Stone Edge. So let's look at its 4 move slot syndrome, because that's also a problem it has. So you got to run Swords Dance or Protect. We're running Swords Dance because if you run Protect, good luck killing absolutely 0 Pokemon on the opposing field. You run Close Combat because we can't even run High Jump Kick. Reason being, Spectrier is on every team. If you High Jump Kick into that shit, you're at 50%. And Blaziken's already frail. If you put it at 50%, you're going to be dying to Quick Attack, Tackle, all that bullshit. So we run Close Combat and Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz, another clown-ass move because you just kill yourself using this move. It's awful. It's awful. I Swords Dance with my Blaziken. He goes to his Landorus T. I Flare Blitz. Oh, Landorus T dies. Oh, wait. I just took Recoil and Helmet and Life Orb. Oh, my Blaziken's at 20%. Wait, I died. What? And then it's like, wait, I didn't even kill Landorus. He killed me. What the fuck is this? And Landorus is smiling from its grave because he got up rocks and he killed your Blaziken. But in theory, you thought you killed him, but you just look like a punk. And that's the thing with Blaziken. If it doesn't kill you, it just dies in return. All of its moves just make him like suicide. Close Combat dropping your defenses so all priority smokes you. Flare Blitz draining your HP. You have to Flare Blitz versus so much stuff. There is no move in between Flare Blitz and Fire Punch for this thing. There is no Pyro Ball, right? If you want to get through these Landorus, Clefables, all that shit, you need that Flare Blitz, that +2 Flare Blitz, and you just kill yourself doing it. Zapdos is similar, right? Like, there's no room to run Stone Edge on this thing. You run Stone Edge over Earthquake on this thing, good luck. Then you're going to get walled by Toxapex, and you're never breaking through. Or Tapu Fini, or whatever. So there's always something that's checking this thing. It just doesn't have the sheer firepower or the sheer force, like Landorus and Genesect, all that shit, to just bust up holes in the opponent's team immediately. Swords Dancing and going on a sweep is very, very rare. You have to run into such a specific type of ass team to a point where I don't even like running Swords Dance because you just, like, even if you Swords Dance, you're just going to die. I wish this thing could run mixed with HP Ice because then maybe it would be more fun because you could just instantly snipe the Zygardes and Landos that think they can take one hit from you. But even then, it doesn't matter because there are still a bunch of other things that are able to deal with this. Look at how much usage Slowbro and Slowking have had in Gen 8, especially with Teleport. Well, both of those things fuck Blaziken up. Slowbro especially is fucking Blaziken up unless it has Knockoff. And Blaziken is not going to run Knockoff because it needs to have the move Earthquake or Thunder Punch. Those are just more important than going with Knockoff. And if you run into this Slowbro, well, then what, right? It's always going to be eating up your hits. That goes for a number of Pokemon. Heavy Duty Boots has also made it so you can't just Hazard Stack and hope Blaziken kills the thing in front of it after rocks. I mean, this thing is damn strong, let it be known, but yeah, these are a lot. There are problems with this mod. No, I'm not here to tell you that Blaziken is ass. I mean, it is ass, but it's still one of the strongest mods in the metagame, right? By virtue of having speed boost and just access to those types of moves, right? Even its stats aren't that great, but the moves it has are insane. Close Combat, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, Knockoff. It has the right tools. But again, it's very hard for me to justify using this thing. Again, we look back at the metagame and even looking at some people's posts, right? Blaziken is a really strong addition with its speed boost, but it has 4 move slot syndrome and issues to break through many Pokemon. I agree, it gets checked by Zygarde and Landorus. It doesn't have the same power as these 3 Pokemon right here. Why would I not run Genesect, Kyurem, and Landorus, who I send out and I just click their moves? If I Dragon Dance with Kyurem B, you're screwed. Like, you're screwed if I DD with Kyurem B. You don't have a lot of things usually to deal with that. If Blaziken Swords Dances, well, it's still going to die to most priority. Even a resisted Grassy Glide's shaving half of its health. For example, Blaziken at full died to +2 Life Orb Grassy Glide from Rillaboom. That's a resist, but it's not bulky, right? So at +2, Grassy Glide was able to just clear it out the field, and that's really what's going to happen. So that's the problem with Blaziken, man. Despite his power, despite the moves he has a very, see, look at this, really hit or miss in such a fast-paced metagame. Pokemon has the capacity to completely claim games in right hand, similar to Naganadel. I think its cleaning ability is a bit too much. Yeah, so Blaziken in due time could be banned, but I don't think he would get banned until they really clear out a whole bunch of other guys first. We need Genesect gone, Pheromosa gone, Naganadel, and then I would talk about Blaziken. But yes, that's my hot take of today. I mean, if you've been on the OU ladder, you might even agree with me. Blaziken is not good. I think it's overrated as hell. I mean, I really just don't think it's that impressive of a Pokemon right now. I mean, again, Blaziken is always a monster, but right now that thing has really fallen off, and I had to say it. This shit is not no top 5 Pokemon at all. It's barely top 10. Many Pokemon are superior to this thing, and it's sad. So I don't really know what Blaziken did to deserve such an attack. This isn't even really that constructive of a video. I mean, if I had a video saying a Pokemon was great, then you'd at least know to put it on your team. This is more of like a, hey, I hate Blaziken, and I want you to know why I think this thing is ass. So, hope y'all enjoyed. Video tomorrow. Bye.